750 and 700 and 700 770 170 170 and 72 and a half and 72 and a half 5 and 75 and a half 77 and a half going to be 7750 and 77 and a half going to be 77 and a half going to be 77 and a half here Chris 175 13. Hey, did you bring me a battery? Okay. 7 and 8 years old, 2 and 3 months. Daughter 50. 155, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 60, 60, 2 and a half, 5, and 7 and a half, now 750, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, 70, 2 and a half, going to be 72, 55, and 75 here, 75 here, 75, 75, 5, and 75, 5, 75, 5 here, 75, 5 here, Chris, 72 and a half, 55. Last score I saw was 66 and Chiefs won. Did they win? I saw some clips of Mahomes this morning. He don't look the same. Oh, old. Say he's old? Older, okay.
Somebody wants a 10 by 3 before they're off.
They both go. 135. 135 and 35 40 and 35 40 we get 40 we get 40 you get 40 Jerry 140 142 and a half we get 2 and a half we get 5 and 47 and a half 7 and 50 we get 50 and a half 52 and a half group 2 and a half we get 5 and 55 57 and a half 7 and a half 7 and a half 7 and a half 7 and a half 57 50 and 57 and a half group 60 we get 60 down 2 and a half group 2 and a half we get 2 and a half group 2 and a half we get 2 and a half here Jerry 160 on 2. He's just sitting in the wrong seat. Fifty-five, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 55, and 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 35, 7 and a half, and 37, 37, 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, going to be 7 and a half, we get 50, going to be 2 and a half, we get 5, and 55 here, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57, 57, 57, 6, 7, and 57, 7, 7, 8, daughter, and 57, 7, 7, 7, 57, going to be 57, going to be 8, daughter, going to be 7, going to be 8, daughter here, Booker, 157. For my diesel pickup, you got one?
No, I don't have one, but we can get one. I know they got them somewhere.
Just take it out.
I got it plaster there already. No good. No good.
Huh? No. Just like in our downstairs. They're 8, 9 years old. They're 5 months bred. Make somebody some nice cow someday. 2,500 and 25 and 2,500 here 25 25 25 and 2,500 here 5 here going to be 22 and a half and 22 and a 5 and 2,500 25 here 25 27 and a half 7 and a half 7 and a half 27 and 3 and 2,000 I'm going to get 3 and 2,000 I'm going to get 3 going to be 3 going to get 3 going to be 3 going to get 3,000 I'm going to get 3,000 I'm going to get 3 going to be 3 going to get 3,000 I'm going to get 3 here so about 2750 that's Michael something or another is that right? Marcus Miller that's close. Yep. I knew it started with an M. All these cows got 10 years old. They're 4 and 5 months bred. I'm going to weigh them to you, 135. 3 to 5 months. 135, 135, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 55, 55, and 55, 55, 55, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57, going to be 60, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 1, 3, and half 3, now 5, and to get 5, and has to get 5, 3 to 5, 3, 5, going to be 3, going to be 5, going to be 3, 5 here. Jonathan, you're out. Now 3, 5, and 65, and 3, 5, 5, 5, 5 here. Chris, 163 on 16X.
We can get started morning.
No start.
I got stuck, big time.
Stuck? You got stuck?
In the sand,
Yeah.
big time. Big. I was there, I was chasing a wild cat, Steve today, and he got out this morning before daylight. I was looking for him. Oh, right now, big time. Bad.
10 years old or 3 and 4 months. 135, William to you, 135, and 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37, man, going to be 40, going to 2 and a half, going to be 5, 7 and a half, 47, man, 50, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to 5, and 57, man, 57, man, going to be 16, 2 and a half, going to 2 and a half, going to 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 67, 50, and 67 and a half, here, going to be 67, 50, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, and half 70, now 1, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, here, 71, here, 71, here, Chris, 170, 16X. Supposed to be. 8 to 10, 135, yeah, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 here, 35 here, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 750, and half 40, 40, 2 and a half, 42 and a half, 5, and 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, and 55, 2 and a half, 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 5, and 55 here, 55, 55, 55, jiggy 5, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 and a half, 55, jiggy 55, 55 here, Jerry, 152 and a half, 2. Hey.
He's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
You see anything?
What are you gonna put on it?
I don't know. There's not even grasshopper out there. Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't got nothing. Everybody's pissed at that. It's because I used I got turkeys, they eat it all.
Turkeys? They ate all your worms, didn't they? 9 and 10, they're open. 52 and a half, 50, 2 and a half, 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 250, 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 51, 50, 51, have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 53, 54, and 53 and a 4, 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, $6.55, going to be $6.55, 67, and 57, $8.57, 50, 50, 50, $8, and 57, 50, 57, going to be $8 here, Booker, 157. They've been good. They're good all weekend. Not as good as the one I sent my dad to, of course. Jeez. One shortbread, the other two are open. They're all good to go. She's 9 by 3. The other two are open. 135. 135, and 35, and 35, 35, 37, and 37, 40, 40, 2 and a half, 5, 45, 47, and a half, 47, and 47, 50, and 40, 7, and now 50, and 50, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 55, 55, 7, and 57, 60, 60, now 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, going to be 70, 70, 70, Chris, 67 and a half, 13. Coming home, getting feed. I was just right that Riverwind Casino area. You know how it's 65 through there. 2-year-old and a 3-year-old here. $1.75. 175. Here's 75. 75 here. 75. 75. 75. 75. 75. You get 75 here. 75 here. 75. 80. And 75. Go to 80. 75. Go to 80. 75. Go to 85. 85 and 90. Able to get 90. Able to get 90. Able to get 90. Go to 90. You get 95. And 95 and 2. Able to get 205. Go to 205. Go to 210. Go to 210. And 210. Go to 10. Go to 10. Go to 10. Go to 10. 210. 210. 210. Go to 10 here, Chris. 205. 7X. Here's Rodham Ranch cattle, guys. Out there at Calumet. These cows are 2 and 3 years old. They are how far bred? 2 to 4 months bred. Just right spring covers, guys. Just right in the spring. All right there. 2,500 and 25. What'd you get now? 2,500 and 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 2,000, 2,100 and 2,100. 100 here. Going to be 2,100 and 21, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2, now 3 and 23, 3, 4 and 24 and 5 here. Going to be 24 and 5. Going to be 24. What'd you get 5 and 2,500 here. 524 bid 5 and 2,500 here. 505. Going to be 24. What'd you get 5 and 2,500. Going to be 24 and a half, 500, going to be 24, going to get 500, going to be 24, going to get 5. Mosley, 2,400. Did he come in super late? 9 more of these cattle, guys. Working on the Rodham Ranch. Brad Heifer should be. Pretty nice. She's pretty nice. They're 3 and 4 year olds. They're 2 to 4 months bred. 2 to 4 months, guys. I'm going to start them and let you bid. 2,000. Let's roll. 2,100. That's a nice cow right there. 21 and 21. Yeah, 21 and 21, 21, 21, 2. We get 3, 24, 24 to 5 here. 25, 600 and 25. Going to be 600, 25, 50 and 20. We get 5 of the van. Going to be 25 of the van. Going to be 25 of the van. Going to be 6, 7 and 27 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 800 and 27. Going to be 28, 9 and 9, 3 and 9 here. Going to be 3,000. Maybe to get 3,000. Maybe to get 3,000. Maybe to get 3,000. I got a $2,000 baby inside of them. 3,000. Now 1. 3,100 online. 3,100, 3,100, and 3,100. Able to get 31, able to get 31, able to get 31. Going to be 3,100, and 3,100. Able to get 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. Going to be 31, able to get 31. Going to be 2, 3,200, 3,300, 33, and 33. Able to get 3. Going to be 30. Able to get 3, 30. Able to get 3. Jesus, 3,200. Nice buy. Rodham Ranch again. What are these? They're supposed to be bred heifers. I don't think she could get that much closer to you without you not seeing that, huh? Can't see? 7 by 3 and 6 by something. 2,000. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 21, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100. Good and bread, guys. 2,100, and 2, and 22, 3, and 23, to get 3, going to be 23, to get 3, going to be 23, to get 3, going to be 23, to get 3, 4, 24, 5, and 25, and 25, 6, and 25, going to be 600, 6, 7, and 27, and 7, and 7, and 7, 800, and 27, going to be 20, going to be 20, going to be 20, going to be 2,800. Online, you're out. 2,800. What about a half? 27.50 online. 27, give a half. 27 and a half. Now 8. 2,800, Ronnie. 2,800 and 2,800. 800 here. Going to be 2,800 and 2,800. Here going to be 2,800. So 27.50 Flying B on number 2. But I'm here, $1.50. 155. 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, going to be 70, 55, going to be 80, you give 80, 180, 180, 180, 180, 77 and a half, and 77 and a half, 77 of 80, and how 80 there, 80, you give 80 there, going to be 80, 180, 180, 180, 180, and how 80 there, 80, going to be 80, 180 here, so 177, 50, hole 7. Rob, your Broncos win? They didn't. Who'd they play? No, you can't beat the Chargers.
Buccaneers are 3-0.
Who'd they play?
The New York Giants and barely won.
Uh-oh. Well, she's going to have a cool head someday. Dollar pound. Dollar pound, 105. And $100 here. You're going to be 105. You're going to get 5. You're going to get 5. 105. 105. You get 5. 10. You're going to be 110. You're going to be 15. You're going to get 15. 20. And 20 bid 20 there. You're going to be 20 bid 20 there. You're going to be 20 bid 20 there. So 115 burns. 5. She's got a big old foot. Yes, she does. 120, 125, 25, 27, 7, 7, 7, going to be 27, 27, 30, 32 and a half, 35, 37, 40, and 40, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 47 and a half, 47, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 and a half, 50 there, going to be 150. Cavness, 147, 50X. Under 35, and 35, and 35, 35, 37, and 37, and 37, and you get 37, and 37, 50, and 30, you get 7, and 37, and 40, you get 40, you get 2 and a half, you get 5, and 45 here, 45, 45, 47, and 47 and a half, 50, and 50, 50, 30, you get 50, 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 there you're going to be 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, you get 5, and 55, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, tire high, 55 here, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57, 50, and 57 and a half, going to be 57 and a half here, same way, 155. $65. As a good five, has a good five, as 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 a good five, 5 here, $165. As a good five, it get $5.55, and 55, 7 and a half, 62 and a half, it get 2 and a half, it get 5, 65, it get 5, 65, it get 5, 750, and 7 and a half, 70, it get 70, it get 70, going to be 72 and a half, and 5, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 77 and a half, now 80, and 180 there, you give 80 there, going to be 80, give 82 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, going to be 82, 50, 82 and a half, not 2 and a half, not 2 and a half, going to be 80, not 2 and a half here, so about 180, put them on the hole 6.
Ian's going to
Huh?
Ian's going to 2 days.
Saw that. $3. $3 a pound, 305, and 35, it get 5, it get 5, it get 3, and 3, it get 3, going to be 3, it get 305, going to be 305, going to be 5, it get 5, it get 10, going to be 3, 10, it get 15, 315, and 310, and 15, it get 50, 20, it get 3, 20, it get 3, 20, it get 3, 20, going to be 3, 20, Jerry, 315, 10. Fisher. 185, 85 here, group 85, 85, 87, man, group 87, man, group 87, 90, able to get 90, able to get 2 and a hand, 92, 50, and 92 and a hand, 91, 3, and 93, able to get 5, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 7, 97, 97, 95, 97 here, 95, 97, able to get 95, group 7 here, hole 7, 195. $175, yes, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77 and a half, and 77 man, group 80, you give 82 and a half, group 2 and a half, group 82 and a half, 5, 85, 85, 87 man, group 87 man, 87, 90, able to get 90, group 90, able to get 92 and a half, and 91, and 93, able to get 92, able to get 93, able to get 93, able to get 93, 4, and 95, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 6 here, and 97, and 97, 97, 97, 97, 97, $8, able to get 95, able to get 95, able to get 95, group 2, and 95, group 2, and 95, able to get 2, group 95, able to get 2, group 95, able to get 2, hole 7, 199. Seven by 4. 2020, 121, 7 years, 4 months, 21. She's got one bad quarter, the other 3 are pretty good. 2100 and 21 and 21 and 21, 21, 21, 21, 2100. Here, I got 2. Now 1 and 2100 and 2100. 100. Going to be 2100. Here, going to be 21. Going to be 2100. Here, going to be 2100. Chris, 2000 on 55. $55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 57, 57, 50, and 57, going to be 60, going to get 60, going to get 6, oh, and now 1, and to get 1, 2, going to be 2, going to get 2, going to get 3, going to get 3, and now 4, now 4, to get 5, now 5, going to get 5, and to get 5, and to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, now 5 here, going to 5, going to get 5 here, Booker, 164. What is she? 5-year-old. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 50, now 5, and 55, 60, we get 5, going to be 70, we get 5, so you get 70, and now 5 and 70, we get 70, we get 70, now 75, and 80, and 180, 180, 75, give 80 here, time 75, going to be 80, you give 80 here, 75, going to be 80, Kyle, 175, 21. Mr. Harris. 6-year-old cow here, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, now 5, and 75, 80 here, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85 here, 85 and 5 here, 85, jiggy 5 here, cow, 180 on 21, X. There's another one. Call my dad, ask him what they brought in. This damn guy's driving me freaking crazy. At least he'd be dead. 9 and open. 35. Yeah, 35. 35, 35, 37 and a half. And 37 going to be 40. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to get 5, 7 and a half. 7 and 50. And 50, 53. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half. You get 2 and a half. Going to get 5. And 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57 and a half. 57 and a half. 60. And now 2 and a half. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to get 2 and a half. Going to get 5. And to get 5, 7 and a half. 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 Sold. 165. Kyle 21. 6-year-old cow here, 35, and 35, and 35, 37 and a half, and 37 and 37 and a half, going to be 40, going to get 2 and a half, going to get 5, 7 and a half, 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 60, and now 60, Jerry, you're out, 62 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 250, and 62 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half here, Jerry, 160 on 2. Little crippled. 125 and 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 here, 25 here, 25 and 30 and 25 and 30, 35 here, 35 here, 32 and a half, 35, 35, 35, 37, 50 and 37 and a half, going to be 40, going to get 42 and a half, going to get 2 and a 5 and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 40, 10, 45, 2 and a half, 5, 7 and a half, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, and 47 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 47 and a half here, Cadmus 145X. 155, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 60, we get 2 and a half, 2 and a half, we get 5, and 65, 7, 7, 70, we get 70, we get 70, we get 70, and 173, we get 70, we get 70, we get 70, we get 70, now 1, 71, and 70, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, we get 71, we get 71, here S, 170, 121. Not open. 135, and 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 49, 49, 2 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 50, and half, 50, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 60, and half, 62 and a half, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 65, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, we get 70, we get 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 75, you get 2 and a half, 72 and a half, Chris, 170, 13. Five-year-old cow, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 55, 55, 75, 7 and a half, 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 55, 7 and a half, and 55, 750, and 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 of the same shirts right here, 57 to 60, and half, 60 there, $60, 60 there, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, 5, and 65, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 67 and a half, you're out on line, 67 and a half, and 70, and half, 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 72 and a half, 72, 50, wham, going to be 72, 50, and 72 and a half, going to be 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 72 and a half, William, you're out, 72 and a half, 72 and a half, now 5, 175, now half, now 80, 2 and a half, 5, 85. So at 182 and a half, flying B. 4. Here's a 5-year-old guy right there, 5-year-old, 150. 155, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, and now 60 there, 65, and now past 70, 75, going to be 75, 80 there, 85, 85, 85, and 90, 90, 90, 90, going to be 85, 90, 85, 90 there, 85, 90, Jerry, 185 on 3. Pin him with the 10s. 8-year-old cow guys, while they're bad bag. Here, daughter 55 and 55 and 55 and 57 and 57 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 60, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 5 and 7 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 and 750 and 750 and 67 and now 70 and now 70, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 70, going to get 2 and a half. John's out 72.50. Gotcha. 72 and a half, 72 and a half, 72 and a half. Cow 170.21. Did you break it? 10-year-old. 125, 25, 30, 25, and 25, 25, 25, and 30, and 25, to get 35 here, 35 here, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, to get 35, to get 35, Jerry, 130 on number 2. Nine years and 5 months. 1,500, 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, have a half here, have a half here, going to be 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, 1,600 and a half here, going to be 16, 17, and 17, 18, 18, 19, 92, and 19, 2, 19, 2, 19, going to be 2,000, and 19, 2, 19, 2,000 here, Marcus Miller, 1,900. How old is this cow, guys? She's a 9-year-old here. 155, 55, 55, 55, 35, 40, and 35, 40, 35, 45, 40, 40, 35 here, 40, 30, 40, 35, 42 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 45 here, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and 50, and half, 50, 50, 50, 10, 50, 10, 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, sound 60, 60, 60, 60, Jerry, 157 and a half, 2. Here's a 7-year-old cow, guys. Here, 155 and 55 and 55 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60 and now 5 and 65, 70, 75 here, 75, 83, 85, 85, 85 and 90, 90, 90, 90, 85 and 90, 85 and 90, 85, 90, 90, 90 90 here. Cow 185 on 21. Eight-year-old here, 135 and 35 and 37, going to be 40, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 5, 7 and a half, 50, 10, 2 and a half, 55, 55 here, 55 here, 57, 57, 60, and down 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and to get 5, and has to get about 7 and a half, 7 and a half, now 70, going to get 70, now 2 and a half, and 72 and a half, going to be 70, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 70, going to get 2 and a half here, cow, 170, 21. Fifty-five, 55, 55, 55, how old? 55, 55, 9-year-old, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, now 5 here, 50, now 1, 51, 2, now 3, now 4, jigga 4, now 5, 56, and 56 out of there, 5, 6, 7, and now 7 here, now 7, now 7, 7, 7, 7, 56, 7, and 57 $8, and 57, 7, 7, 57, 57, going to be $8, 57, going to be 8 here, going to be 8 here, going to be 8 here, so 157, Booker. 185, 85 here, going to be 85, 85, 87, man, going to be 87, man, going to be 87, man, going to be 87, 50, and 90, able to get 90, able to get 90, able to get 2 and a half, going to be 92 and a half, 91, 3, and 93, 95, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 97, 97, 97, 9, able to get 95, able to get 95, able to get 95, 99, 2, and 95, going to be 201, and 201, 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, and 3, able to get 3, going to be 203, going to be 203, going to be 203, and 3, going to be 3, able to get 3, able to get 3, going to be 202, $3, able to get 3 here, Gibbon Bull, 202, Gibbon Bull. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, and now 65, and has it get a 70, you get 75, going to be 75, and now 75, you get 75, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, bid 75 here, sold 170, and tone. Probably. 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. Is that correct? 3, 4, and 5s. One just walks just a little gingerly guy. She's going to be on there. 150. And 55, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, now 65, and 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, 5, and 5 here, 165, and 7 and a half, now 7 and a half, now 70, and now 70, 70, 70, 70, 250, and 72 and a half, 72, 50, and 70, 2 and a half, going to be 70, 2 and a half, going to be 70, 2 and a half here, William, 170, put him on flying B on number 4. Luce, you just come make sure you're here. Yep. I said. I had to have mine drive me here, so. They're both 4-year-olds here, guys. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 55, going to be 70, 55, going to be 80, 85, 85, and 90, going to be 195, and 95 here, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, both 4-year-olds here, 195, and 95, they get 95 here, 95, 95, 95, get 95, get 95, get 95, get 95 here, Jerry, 190 on 3. Six and 7-year-olds here at $1.55 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 7, 60, and now you get 60, and now 60, we get 60, we get 60, now 60, and 7, going to be 60 there, $1.60, 8, 9, now 9, now 60, you get 60 there, going to be 960, you didn't want to give it, did you? 60 here, Booker, 159. Seven to 10-year-olds. 7 to 10's got a little feeding cows here. 155 and 55, 55, 55, 57, 55, 7, 50, and 57, 55, 57, 7, 60, and now 60 there, 60, $1.60, and 60 online, you're out. 60, and now 60 there, 160 there, here, Jerry, 157 and a half, 2. One cow's got a bump. She's going to be on there, guys. All these cows are old. 135, 35, 35, 35, 37, 35, 37, 7, 7, 7, 37, 50, and 30, 7, going to be 30, 7, 40, and 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, going to be 42 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 42, 50, and 40, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 40, 2 and a half, going to be 40, 2 and a half here, Booker, 140.
Yeah. I'm supposed to announce that.
Hundred 75 and 75 and 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 75, 75, 75, 77, group of 80 and 2 and a half, group of 2 and a half, group of 5, 85 there, group of 85, 85, 87, group of 87, group of 87, 90 and 90, 90 there, group of 190, 190, 190, 190, 190 and 90, 89, 89, 89, 90, 90, group 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 2 and 92, 91, 2, 3 and 93, 3 and 93, 3, 94 and 94 here, 94, 94, 95 here, 95, 95. 95, 600, and 95, going to be 600, and 95, 96 here, 95, 600 there, going to be 95, going to be 600, going to be 95, going to be 6, sort of 195, hole 7.
That's why we don't do that.
He got out, though. He got out.
Crippled cows. 135, 35, 35, 37, 37, 37, 40, 40, 42 and a half, going to be 40, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 42 and a half, 5, and 47, 50, and 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57, 50, and 57 and a half, going to be 50, 57 and a half, going to be 50, 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, book 155. Dale Shuckley's cows. He called me yesterday about them cows. Right there, you're going to be settling 9-year-old cows. They are 3 to 5 months bred. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 2,100, and 2,100 here. You're going to be 1,500 and a half, and 15 and a half, and 15 and a half here. 16, 17, 1750, and 17 and a half, 18, 18 and a half here. 18 and a half, 19, bit of 19 and a half, 1950, and 19 and a half here. Half and a half here. Going to be 1950, and 19 and a half, 19 and a half, going to be 19 and a half here. Sort of a 1900, Chris 16X.
So he's going to turn them bulls out with his herd and get them all infected.
It's going to come back and bite you in the ass.
If I could get 3,900 for them.
What is your bull coming in?
$2, 2 and a half, 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 $2, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be $2, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5 here, 5 here, 205, and 2 and a half, 5, 205, 205, 205, 205, going to be 205, 35, 205, 45, 205, and 25, sold, 204 Gibbon Bull. Can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Tommy Donaldson. Not very good.
Go talk to him. Tell him what's going on.
$55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7, 55, 57, 7, 7, 60, and now 2 and a half, 2 and 5, and get about 7, 7, 7, 7, 70, 70, 70, going to be 70, 70, and 72 and a half, and 72 and a half, 75, 75, 75, 750, and 77 and a half, 77 and a half, going to be 77, 80, and 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, you give 80 there, you're going to be 80, you give 80 there, you're going to be 80, sold, 177 and a half, S16. In the messenger. Five-year-old cow. Here's one of them. She's a little bit stove up, guys. Mr. J. Barres says he's never given her a shot of antibiotics or anything. A little stove up. 135, and 35, half 40, and 42 and a half, 45, 45, 45, 47, 47, 50, 50, 50, 10, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 5, and 55, 55 here, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, S, 52 and a half, 4. Yeah, he's got rocks in his pasture. Steer, $2. 205 and 25, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 5 here, 205 and 205, and 5, 110, going to be 210, going to be 15, 20, and 25, and 225, and 30, 235, and 35, and 40, and 45, going to be 245, 50, and 255, and 55, going to be 260, and 265, and has it, get 5 here now, 5 here, 65, 5 here, 65 here, Ricardo, 260. Yeah. 75, and 75, 50, and 77, going to be 80, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 85, 85, 87, 87, 90, going to get 90, 91, and 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, going to get 91, 2, and 93, going to get 93, going to get 92, 3, going to get 92, going to get 3, 94, and 94 here, 95, 95, 95, going to get 95, going to get 95, 96, and 96, 7, and 97, 97, 97, 97, 98, 98, 95, going to get 95, going to get 95, going to get 95, but 9, and 99 here, 99 here, going to be 9, going to get 9, going to be 9, given boom, 198. Yes, sir. 85. 85 there. Going to be 85, 87, 87, 87, 87, 87, 87, going to be 90. And 90, going to get 2 and a half. And 91. And 91, 91, 91, 91. You get 1 loon. 91 here, 2. Going to get 92, 3. And 93, going to get 4. And 94, 94, 94. Going to get 93, 94 here, 94, 94, 94. Going to get 94, going to get 94, going to get 94, going to get 94. Hole 7, 193. Under 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, group 80, we get 2 and a half, 5, 85, 85, 87, group 87, we get 90, we get 92 and a half, 92, 50, and 91, 3, and 93, we get 3, 91, 93, we get 3, we get 3, and 91, we get 3, group 91, we get 3, sold 191, hole 7. Blue skies. What day? What day? Good. Bottom 55, 55, 55, 7, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 60, we get 2 and a half, group 2 and a half, we get 5, 65, has a good 70, and has 70 both out, 2 and a half, 5, and 75, 75, 77, 77, 80, and now 83, and towing your hat, 180, 182 and a half, 85, 85, 85, and 90, we get 90, 93, group 95, and 95 and 2, we get 2, group 2, we get 2, group 95, we get 2, and tone, 195. Yeah. 65, and 65, has a good 7, 7, 70, 172, 75, 75, here, 77, 77, 77, 75, 67, and 77, 77, 77, now 9, jigga 9, now 80, and 9, 80, there, group 89, here, group 81, 81, 2, here, group 81, 2, now 3, here, group 83, and 4, here, group 84, now 4, 85, 85, 86, 85, 86, out of here, group 87, 87, 87, now 8, here, group 80, hey, bit of 8, here, group 87, group 89, 85, here, group 85, bit of 9, bit of 9, group 9, and 9, here, group 88, now 9, here, whole. 188 on 6. Yeah, here we go. 9 and 10-year-olds. 135, and 35, and 35, 37, 40, and 35, 37, and 37, 7, 7, 40, we get 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 50, 50, you get 55, and 55, 55, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 7, 57, 60, we get 60, 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, we get 72 and a half, 72, 50, and 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 70, we get 2 and a half here, Chris, 170 on 13. Both of these cows are 10-year-old or 3 months bred. They got good little bags under them. Right there, you're going to do 15 and a half, and 15 and a half, and 15 and a half here, half and a half here, you're going to be 15 and a half, and a half here, 16, half and 17, half, 18, half, 18 and a half here, yeah, down here, 18, 50, 18 and a half here, 19, and 19 and a half here, half and a half, going to be 19, 50, and 19 and a half here, 50, 50 and a half here, sort of a 1900, Chris, 16X. Ten-year-old here, 35, 35, 35, 37, 42 and a half, 45, 47 and a half, 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 52, 50, and 52 and a half here, Jerry, 150 on 2. Hello, Greg Nitzel. How in the world you been? Ten-year-old, 35, 35, 35, 37, 7 and a half, and half, 40, we get 40, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 45, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, you get 52 and a half, 2 and a half, we get 5, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, Jerry, 155, 2. How old? 10-year-old, 35. 35, 35, and 37, and 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 37 and 40, we get 40, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 45, 47 and a half, 50, 10, 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, 2 and 5, and 55, and 57 and 7 and 60, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half here, Jerry, 2, 160. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, that's high, 55, now 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, and half 5, and 65, 65, 65, 70, if you get 70, if you get 70, going to be 570, and down 2.5, and 70, if you get 2.5, going to be 70, if you get 2.5, going to be 70, if you get 2.5 here, so 170, hole 6.
You're in charge.
$185, 85 there, you're going to be 85, 85, 85, 85, 87, 87, 87, 87, going to be 87, 50, 87 and a half, 87 and 90, 92 and a half, 92 and a half, 92, 50, and 91, and 91, 2, and 92, 91, 2, and 92, 2, 91, 92, sold 191, hole 7. 77.
Try to rush through that sheet. You need to be more diligent. That paperwork was absolutely no good.
Mr. Barnhart.
It was worthless.
$155, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 57 and a half, 57, 7, 7, 7, going to be 57, going to be 57 and a half, here sold 155, Gibbon. $155, 55, 55, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 57, 57, 57, 57 and a half here, 60, and down 2.5, you get 2.5, going to be 2.5, you get 2.5, and you get 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, sold 165, Jerry 2. She is Brad. What a good rip. Three years old, 5 months bred, 2,500, 25, yeah, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, and 27, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 25, 27, 50, and 29, 30, and 3,000, 32 and a half, going to be 31, and 30 here, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, going to get 31, 2, and 31, 2, and 31, 2, 32, 32, 32, 31, 2, 32, and 3,200, 31, 2, and 3,200, going to give 1, 2, going to be 31, going to be 200, William, 3,100, Flying B on number 1. Yeah, we can go a lot more if you'd like to. 7 and open. 155, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 60, and down 2.5, to get 2.5, to get 5, and to get 5, 7, 70, 170, 170, 2.5, 5, and 75, 80, and now 85, 85, and 90, 190, 190, 190, 85, and 90, to get 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 90, here, Cal, 185, 121. Eight by 3. Yes, she is. 8 by 3 plus. 15 and a half. 15 and a half. 15 and a half. 16. 1600 and a half. 1650. 15 and a half. 17. 18. 19. 19. 19. 19. 18. 19. And 19 and a half. And 19 and a half. 2000. And 2000. 2. 2000. 2000. 2000. 2000. Sold. 19 and a half. Chris 55. Seven years, 4 months, 2000. 2100 and 21 and 20 and 21 21 21 21 21 21 2100 2 and 23 23 23 24 and 5 and 2500 and 2500 24 to 5 5 here 24 25 24 25 and 2500 here 5 24 5 here sold 2400 Chris 55 6 and open dollar $5 and $100 here, good $100 here, good $105, $5 here, 105 here, 105 here, $5 here, S $1 1. $10 years, 7 months, 2000. Got a hip down. Huh?
Maybe 2 of them.
Maybe both off. $1.
Calf will be all right.
$1. 10, 20, 30. 40, 50, 60. $1.60. Sold 150. Jerry, 3, 4. Yes, sir. Six and open. $2. 25 and 25 205 and 205 here 5 here 205 and 205 205 $2 and now $2.50 and 55 and 55 and 55 sold 150 yes 21 how come she didn't bring any more than that
Because she's 6 years old.
well 9-year-olds bring $2 she has a pretty lookout
5-year-old.
5 years old. She's 5 months bred. 2000. 20, 100, and 21, and 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 22, and 2200, 21, 22, 3, and 23, 4, and 24, 5, and 25, going to be 600, 5, going to be 6, 7, and 27, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 6, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 2700, 28, 2800, 27, going to be 2800, Soder, 2700, Jason, cow. Goodbye. Two-year-old, 6 months bred. 2 by 5 plus. 2-year-old, 5 months. 1,500. 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Half and a half. 16 and 16 and a half. Half and a half. Going to be 16 and a half. And 16 and a half. 50 and a half. Now 17. 17 and 17 and a half. Here 17. 18. 1800. 18. Bit of 18. 18. 18. You give 18. Bit of 18. Going to be 17 and a half. 18. 1800. 18. Chris 17 and a half. 7X. Four years old. She's 3 months bred. 2000, 20, 100, and 21, and 2100. 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 102, and 21, 2, and 21, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 23, 3, 4, and 24 here, 23, 24, 23, 4, going to be 23, 4, going to be 23, 4, going to be 23, 4, 100, going to be 23, 4. Ricardo, 20, 300. 5 years old, 4 months, 2,000. 2,100 and 21 and 21 2 and 21 2 21 2 21 2 and 21 2 we get 3 going to be 22 we get 3 going to be 23 we get 4 going to be 24 you get 4 5 and 25 600 and 26 7 and 7 7 7 7 7 and 2700 and 27 going to be 20 hey going to be 20 hey we get 9 and 9 3,000 we get 3 we get 3 and 1 and 3,100 we get 31 we get 31 we get 31 we get 3,100 and 3,100 we get 31 we get 31 we get 31 we get 31 here Chris 3,000. $10 years and 6 months. Where cow right there here, $1.55. Yeah, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 55, 57, 55, 57, 50, 57, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 57 here, now 57, 60, now 2.5, down 2.5, Booker, 160. Good bit, Jerry. Eight-year-old here, $1.55. 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 60, and down 2.5, we get 2.5, we get 5, and 65, 7, now 7, 7, 7, going to be 67, going to be 67, Jerry, 165, 2.
He said it wrong. He said it right. He hears like they see.
What do you say?
Man, you said 8.
Yeah, they said 8.
What about this one?
This is buy and open.
5. $1.50.
Buy, open.
$1.55. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, you get 5, 60, you get 5, and you get 5, 70, you get 70, you get 70, you're going to be 5, you get 70, you get 70, you get 70, here, S, 165, 3. I got my eyes fixed, but now I can't hear. Part of it. Thank you. That's much better. 2 by 6. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 21, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 222, we get 3, 22, we get 3, 23, we get 4, 24, 5, and 25, and 2,500, here, 5, here, 25, 25, 24, you get 5, and 2,500, 600, and 25, going to be 600, and 25, going to be 600, here, 25, going to be 600, here, 5, going to be 6. Sought out 2,500, flying B. 1.
I hear like they see. That's pretty good.
We got it up. 7 by 8.
7 by 8.
Keep down.
Hip down.
Keep down.
7 years, 8 months with a hip down, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 57, going to be 60, we get 2.5, going to be 2.5, we get 5, and 65, 7.5, 7, 70, and 70, 2.5, and 75, and 75, 77, 77, 80, $1.80, 2.5, going to be 2.5, 85, 85, 87, going to be 87, going to be 87, going to be 87, 90, 190, 95, 195, $2, 205, 205. Antone, $2. Six-year-old cow here at 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 7, 60, and now 60, we get 60, now 60, we get 60, and 7, going to be 60, 7, going to be 60 here, S, 157.5, 5. Ty, you and Rob, make a little room. Here he comes. Make a little room, Ty. Rob, here he comes. Oh, where's he going? 8. Get your dollars out, Rob. 135, and 35, and 35, 35, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 40, we get 40, we get 2 and a half, 45, 45, 47 and a half, 50, and 55, 55, 60, 160, 165, 70, and half 70, we get 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 70, cow, 165, 21. Six and up on 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, 7, 7, 60, and half 60, we get 60, we get 60, and 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and to get 5, and has to get 5, 5, and half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, so 165, flying B, 4 maybe? 4, you bet 4. 8-year-old cow, 155, and 55, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 57, 50, and 7 and a half, 60, and half 60, we get 2 and a half, 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 we get 2 and a half here, Jerry, 162. How old? 1-year-old. $2. 210 20 and 210 20 we get 210 20 30 we get 230 40 we get 40 now 40 50 and 245 and 45 we get 45 50 and 255 55 55 60 going to be 265 270 and 275 75 75 75 80 and 285 85 85 85 and 90 we get 2 90 we get 2 90 going to be 85 we get 90 85 and 90 we get 90 going to be 90 we get 90 90 here Chris 285 7x. 5 and open here, 35, 35, and 35, 35, 35, 37, and 7 and a half, 7 and 40, we get 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, 47 and a half, 50, and 50, 10, 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 57, about 60, and half 60, we get 60, we get 60, now 2 and a half, we get 2 and a 5, and to get 5, and has to get 5, 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 and 5, we get 5, and a half, 5 here, S, 162 and a half on 21. Old cow, 35, 35, and 35, 37, and 7 and a half, 7 to 40, and 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 45, 7 and a half, 50, you get 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 250, and 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half here, Jerry, 150 on 2.
Do we have any cow sorters anymore? They just single them all.
She's bred. Is that what I heard? P.O. P.O. Do we need to go have a preg check?
I guess for Ricardo, she shears.
Six foot 5 plus, but she's got long toes. Crippled. Daughter. 105, and 105 here, good 105, good 10, 15, and 20, 5, good 30, good 5, good 40, good 5, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, you get 5, and 50, and 50, good 50, and 45, good 50, good 45, good 50, good 45, good 50, Cav, that's 145X. 7 years old and 8 months bred. 9 by 8. 9 years and 8 months. 2,000. 2100 and 2100 gentle 21 and 22 big 3 24 jig 5 now 6 now 7 now 27 and 27 and 7 7 7 7 7 7 7 800 8 9 8 929 3000 and 3000 big 3 29 big 3 29 big 3 29 big 3000 going to be 29 big 3 and 29 big 3 and 29 big 3000 going to be 29 big 3000 going to be 29 big 3000 going to be 29 big 3 3000 big 3 Marcus Miller, 2,900. 6 years old, she's open. Daughter, 110 and 110, 120 and 20, 30, 30, 40, 50, going to be 60, going to be 150, 60 and 50, 60 there, 70, 170 and 70 there, 170, 160, 70, sold 160. Jerry 3. I can't.
Sounds about over.
10 years and 3 months. Make sure you like her bag, guys. $50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 57, 57, 57, 60, now 62 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 250, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half here, Jerry, 160 on number 2. Dinner no pun, 35, and 35, and 35, 35, 35, 37, and 37, and 37, and 37, and going to be 37, 50, now 40, and 40, you get 2 and a half, you get 5, and 45, 47, and half, 50, you get 52 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, you get 5, and 55, 57 and a half, 57, and going to be 60, and 2 and a half, you get 2 and a half, you get 5, and you get 5, and has you get 5, you get 5, you get 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 67 and a half, and 67 and a half here now, half here, Jerry, 165, 2. Seven years old and 2 months bred, 2,000, 2,100, 7 by 4. Maybe I can't hear. 7 by 4. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 2,100, 1, 2, 21, 2, 3, and 23, going to be 24, going to be 25, going to be 2,500, and 26, 127, and 27, and 26, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, here going to be 2,700, and 27, and 26, 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, going to be 2,700. I sold her 2,600. Marcus Miller. 6 years old, 2 months bred, $60. 162 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 65, has 7 and a half, 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 67 and a half, 70, and half 70, we get 2 and a half, going to be 72 and a half, 5, and 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, you get 5, and 75, you get 5, 75, you get 5 here, Booker, 172 and a half. Ten-year-old cow here, 35, 35, and 37, and 37, and 37, and 37, and 37, 50, and 30, 7, 40, 40, 2 and a half, 5, going to be 47, and 50, and hand 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 55, 57, and 57, 60, and hand 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, 65, as you get $5 here, 65 here, Chris, 162 and a half, 13. She be a 6-year-old coming in, guys, right there, $50. 155, 55, 55, 55, 35, and 35, 37, 7, 40, 45, 45, 45, 45, 50, and 50, 45, 55, and 55, 55, 55, about 2 and a half, 5, and 57, 57, 60, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, now 5, 65, and 65, and 65, now 5 here, Jerry, 162 and a half, 2. Got any bundles today or all singles? All singles. 6-year-old, 6 months, 1,500. 15 and a half, 15 and a half here, half here, half and a half here, going to be 15, 50, and 15 and a half here, wire, 120. 125, now 30, now 5, 140, 140, and now 5, to get 45, to get 45, to get 45, to get 45, 145, and 45, to get 45, 45, 45, $45.50, 5, 60. Sold 155 MW. Better deal. Here, guys. Here's a 4-year-old. She's 7 months bred. 2,000. 2,100 and 21 and 21 and 21, 21, 21, 21, 223 together, 23 together, 23, 4 and 5 and 25, 6 and 27 and 7 and 7 of 8, 2,827, going to be 2,809 and 9, 3 and 1 and 31, 31, 31, 2 and 32, 3, 33, 32, 33, 32, 3 and 33, 33 out of line, 33, 3, 33, 3, 33, 33, 3 and 3,300, going to be 33, 300, Chris 3, 3,200. 6-year-old cow here, $1.50. 155, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, now 60, and 55, 60, there, going to be 65, and 70, 170, 170, 170, 170, 170, John, you're out, 175, 175, 175, and 75 here, 75, 75 here, sold 170, Ricardo. Six-year-old cow. She's 4 months bred. 1,500. 15 and a half. 15 and a half. Have a hand. You get 50 and a half. 50 and a half. And a half. And a half. And about 16. And 1,600. And 1,600 there. Have a half. You're going to be 1,600. And now 1,600 there. Have a half. Going to be 16. 15. 16. And 1,500 and a half here. 15 and a half. And 15 and a half here. $1,000. 1,000. 1,100. 1,100. 12. 13. 14, 14, 15, 16. 16, Jerry. 1,600. Mosley, 1,500. 165. Has a good five. 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 70 outside 70 and 170 and 2 and 75 and 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75 here, 75, 75 and 77 of 80 and 180 there, 80. You give 80 there, 180 and 180. Lou got 180 now, 89, 89, 89, 70, 89 and now 80 and 180 there. Go to 9, 80, 9, 80, 9, 80, 79. Go to 8 here. S 179, number 16. 10 and open. 120. 125. Yeah, 25 here. 5 here. 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Dollar pound. 105. 105. 105. Outside 5. And 5 here. 105. 85. 85. 5 here. 105. And 5 here. 105. 85. 85. 5 here. S. $1 on 1. Where are you going, Patches? $175. 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 77, 77, group 80, 82, group 2 5, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87, 87, 87, 87, 87, 50, 87 and a half, 87 90, and 90, you get out of there, group 190, 99, 89, 89, 89, 90, and 90, 90, 90, and 90 there, group 85, group 90, 90 there, no, sold 189 S16. Nowhere else he can go 3 days a week. Every day. Every day like that. 3 days. Drives him bonkers. Yeah, see, it'll be a 3 loads of cattle. Yeah. I'm telling you. Oh. I have no idea. $1 pound. 50 cents a pound. Yeah, 80, 87.32. 50 cents a pound. You're getting better. 30, 20, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 45. 45, just plain old 45. You done? 40, Chris 12.
There is no guarantee with him.
He's going to be, yeah, get sketched here. 6-year-old cow. 155, 55, 55, 55, 75, 55, 7 hands, 7 hands, 7 hands, 7 hands, 7 hands, 57 hands, 60, and hands, 60, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and zig 5, hands, zig 5, 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 7 hands, 7 hands, 7 hands, 70, and hands, 70, we get 70 here, Booker, 67 and a half.
What you got left, Antone? Yeah, of course. Yeah, probably got 300 left. Start out with 150. Marking up the limit, 9 1/4.
Outstanding. Yellow. Crippled cow. 8-year-old, 5 months. She's lame. $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 160, 57 and a half, 60, and 2 and a half, 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 2 and a half here, Cabinets, 160 on 5. Old cow, daughter, 125, yeah, 25, 25, 25, 30, and 25, 30, and 30, 35, 35, 35, 40, we get 40, we get 45, 45, 45, jiggy 5, and 45, 50, $1.50, and 45, we get 50, and 45, we get 50, 45, we get 50, Jerry, 145, on 2. Two by what? 2 by 4. 2,000. 20, 100, and 21, and 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 22, 102, 103, 22, we get 3, 23, we get 3, 4, and 24, 4, 5, and 2,500, and 5, 6, and 25, going to be 600, and 7, and 27, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 26, 7, and 2,700, going to be 26, 7, and 27, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, going to be 26, 7 here, going to be 2,700, going to be 27 here, going to be 7. Mosley, 2,600. Recognize her ear tag. 5 and 0 punt here, 150 and half 5, and 55, and 55, and 57, and 55, 7, and 60, and half 60, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 65, 7 and a half, now 70, going to be 70, we get 70, going to be 75-year-old, 72 and a half, and 75, and 75, now 80, 100, 80, 175, give 80, and 75, going to be 80, 75, going to be 80. Spin your stock, boys, here, 75, give 80. Kyle, 175 on 1. 21, that's right, 2-1. Spin, make a move. Move them. 7 by 7. 2100 and 21 and 21 and 21 21 21 21 21 21 21 2100 and 1 and 2 and 23 to 3 23 to 4 24 to 5 25 600 and 25 6 and 25 to 600 now 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 26 7 and 27 and 7 and 7 and Jerry's in 2600 27 and 2700 and 27 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and going to be 26 7 and 2700 going to be 2700 going to be 26 7 Jerry 2600 on 4. 4 years, 7 months, 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 27, 8, 9, now 3, now 1, and 31, and 31, 31, 31, 32, and 3,200, and 32, 3, and 32, 3, now 33, 33, 32, 3, and 33, 3, 33, 3, William, yeah, 3,300, and 33, 33, 33, 32, 3, and 33, 3, and 32, 3, and 32, 3, 32, 3, Chris, 3,200 on 3. Weigh the cow here, 35, and 35, 40, and 35, 40, 40, 40, 30, 45, and 45, 45, 47, 47, 47, 50, and 2, 2, 2, 5, and 55, 75, 57, 57, 7, 7, 7, 7, 60, and now 62 and a half, and 2 and a half, 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 here 5, now 5, now 5, 67 and a half, and 7 and a half, 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 7 of a Booker, 165. $6 years and 5 months. $50. $55, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 75, 57, going to be 65, $65, and sold, 160, Bailey Denny. Rockin' B, or Diamond D, that's right. Lots of flying. 10 years, 5 months, $20. 125, and 25, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 150, now 5, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 50, now 5 here, Camness, 150 on 5. Watch Tampa Bay. Watch Baker. I do too. One and open. 250. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 255, 55, 55, 55, 60, and 265, 270, 275, 280, 285, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, and 90, 290, 295, and 95, 93, and now 5, and now 5, 55, 55, 55, 55, 305, Chris, $3, 7X. Hey, Ricardo. Huh? It works.
Don't open it so far.
Fast count, a slow gate. Slow gate operator. 6-year-old. She crippled? Not yet. Daughter 50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, $60, 65, and 70, 75, and 75 here, 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, Jerry, yeah, 75 sold, 170 Antone. Should be crippled tomorrow.
They get crazy and they run off and I never see them again.
10 years and 4 months. Crippled cow too, 35, and 35, and 35, 35, 37, and 35, 37, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7, 40, and 40, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 5, and 45 here, 45, 45, 45, you get 5, 47, and 7, and 7, 50, and 50, 50, 50, we get 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 50, and 50 here, cabinets, 147 and a half, 5. $10 years and she's open. Daughter 20. 125 and a half, 30, we get 5, we get 40, we get 5, we get 45, 2 and a half, 42, 50, and 45, and 45, 47 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half. Robert out, 47 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, 2 and a half, 52 and a half. All you guys are out. 52 and a half, 52 and a half. Jerry, 152. Move them. Move them. 7 before. She is a good cow. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 2100, we get 2, we get 3, and 23, we get 4, and 4, we get 5, and 5, going to be 6, 7, and 7, and 7, 800, 2,800, and 27, going to be 2,800, and 27, going to be 2,800, going to be 27, going to be 2,800, and 20, we get 800, going to be 2,800, going to be 27, going to be 2,800. Chris, 2,700 on 55. Where y'all going to feed? Open cow here, 155, 55, 55, 55, 55, 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 52, 50, and half 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, and 2 and a half, 50, 50, you get 50, and now 40, and 40, 40, 40, we get 40, we get 40, 32 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, 5, and 35, 37, 37, 40, and half 40, we get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 45 here, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45 here, Booker, 42 and a half. 140, yeah. Eight-year-old cow here, 35, and 35, 35, 35, 37, 37, going to be 40, we get 2 and a half, 5, and 45 here, 45, 45, 45, 45, you get 5, and 45, we get 45, we get 45, we get 45, 7 and a half, 47, 50, and half, 50, 50, 50, we get 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 50, Jerry, 147 and a half, 2. Got a bump. Lauder 50. 55, 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, and 5, and half 70, 75, going to be 80 there, 80, 77 and a half, 77 and a half, now 80, and 181, 81 here, 82, 82, 81, 82 here, so 181, whole 77. 135, and 35, and 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, and 35, 37 and 7 and a half, 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 37, 50, and 37 and a half, and 37 and a half, 7 and 40, 40, 40, 42 and a half, 2 and a half, 45, and 45, 45, 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and 47, 50, $1.50, 50, 50, 150, 150, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, so 147 and a half, Booker. How old? 10-year-old. 55, 55, 57, 57, 7, 60, and now 60, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, and 5, has a 5 here, Jerry, 62 and a half, 2. Four-year-old cow, $1.50. 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 75, and 75, 75 here, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, Jerry House, 75, and 75 here, 75 there, 75 here, S, 170, 2-1.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yep.
3-year-old, $2. 205, and 25, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 205, and 205 here, 205, and 10, 210, 210, 15, 2, 15, 20, and 20, and 25, 225, 225, 5 here, 5 here, 225, 55, William, 220, Flying B. 4.
Yep, it'll help. Are you gonna wean them or just sell them? Okay. Yep, 2 round shots. That will sure help.
Mellow, mellow. It's
3 by 3. 3 years, 3 months. Good looking cow. 2,000. 2,100 and 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 21, 2,100, 100, 21 and 2,100 and 2,100, 21, 21, 21, 20, now 1 and 2,100, 1 here, 21, now 2 and 20 the 3 and 20 the 3 now 3 and 4 and 24 and 24 now 5 and 25 600, 5 going to be 2,600, 5 going to be 6 Ronnie 20 500 Mosley. Bundles. 8 to 10, they're open. 135, and 35, and 37 and a half, and 35, and 35, 37, and 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 5, going to be 7 and 5, we get 50, going to be 2 and a half, we get 5, 7 and a half, now 60 and 2 and a half, 5, and 5, has a good 5, and 65, and 5, now 5 here, 5 here, Jerry, 162 and a half, 2. Family? Family. Bull calf at side. 2,000. 22 and a half. 22 and a half, and 22.50, and 20, going to get 2.5, 5, and 25, 25, 27, going to be 27, going to be 3,000, going to get 3,000, going to get 3,000, going to be 3,000, 250, 32 and a half, 31, what about 1, and 3,100, and 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 3,100, going to be 3,100, going to be 3,100, and 3,100, 3,100, sold, 3,000, Mosley. You want to keep them separate, Ronnie? Throw them all together. Keep them together. Mosley pair. Mosley pair. Gotcha.
Who? Probably not.
4 and open. 4 and open. 2,000. 2,100 and 21, and 23, 23, 24, 25, 25, 25, 600, 26, 7, and 27, 7, 7, 7, 7, 26, 7, and 2,700, 7, 7, 7, 7, 26, 7, and 27, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 27, going to be 26, 7. Yeah, down here, 27, MW, 2,600. Of course. 2-year-old, and she's up on 3,000, 32 and a half, and 32.50, and 32 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, and now 32.50, and 32 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, going to be 31, and 31, 32, and 33, 4, and 34, 34, 34, 35 here, 35, 600, 35, going to be 600, 35, 67, and 37, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, yet up here, 3,800, and 37, 800, and 37, going to be 800, going to be 37, going to be 3,800, and 37, going to be 3,800, going to be 37, going to be 3,800, and 37, going to be 3,800, flying B, 3,700 on number 3. 3-year-old here. You get 3,000 on that one. 31, I got it. 3,100, and 31, 31, 31, 2, and 32, we get 33, we get 33, we get 34, we get 4, and 33, 4, and 3,400, 33, 34 here, 34, 33, 34 here, 34, 5, and 35, and 3,400, 5, and 3,500, we get 35, we get 35, what about you? 3,500, and 3,500, we get 34, 5, and 35, we get 35, we get 35, we get 35, we get 35, 34, we get 5 here, Jerry. 3,400 on 3. Five and 6-year-olds. 3,000, 30, 100, and 31, and 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, and 3,100, 31, 31, 31, 31, 25, 2,600, and 25, 6, 7, and 6, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, of 809 here, now 3, and 3,001, and 3,100, 31, 31, 30, now 2, and 32, 3, and 32, 3, and 32, 3, 32, 3, yeah, William, 3,300, now 4, and 34, 5, and 3,500, 5, going to be 3,500, and 3,500, yeah, William, 3,500, and 35, now 6, 36, now 7, 37, William, 37, now 8, 3,800, and 37, going to be 3,800, going to be 37, you give me 8, 37, going to be 8, flying B, 3,700 on number 3.
Big calf, John.
6-year-old pair.
Better get 3,000 and split them.
Who are we working on?
Wake out. Wake the cow right there. Here. Anybody get 4,000 that pair, I'm going to split them. Good luck. Is that what you said? 4,000. Weigh the cow. $1.50. $55, 55, and 57 about 60, and now 60, 162 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 62 and a half, going to be 62 and a half, and now 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a half here sold. 160 on Booker, 160 on Booker. Pretty good heifer calf. 350 pound. 350, 60, 73, 83, 99, 4 down 10, going to be 410, and 410, and down 10, going to be 410, and down 10, going to be 10, bit of 10, 410, 410, 20, and 420, going to get 410, 20, and 410, 20, going to get 410, 20, going to be 410, 20, 30, 420, 410, 20, 410, 20, and 10, 20, going to be 10, 20, going to be 10, 20, Diamond D, 410, on number 3.
Wait.
5-year-old. 2,000, 2,100, and 21, and 2,100, 21, 21, 2, 3, we get 4, and a 5, and 25, 6, and 27, and 7, 7, 7, 800, going to be 28, and 9, and 9, 3, 9, 3, 29, 9, 3, and 2,000, we get 3, and 25, we get 3, 25, we get 3,000, going to be 3,000, and 25, we get 3, and 9, we get 3, 25, we get 3,000, going to be 25, we get 3, Mosley, 2,900 pair.
Mosley pair.
Cal Silver. They just unloaded some bulls.
They white.
500 by the head. 550, 550, and 550, 50 and a half, 5 going to be 6, 7, and 700, going to be 800, 900, 910, and 1,000, 1,100, and 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 1100, and 12, and 1,200, going to 1,200, going to be 1,200, 11, here, going to be 12, 11, going to be 1,200, now 1150, now 12, 1,200, now half, 12 and a half, 1,250, 12 and a half, here, half, here, bit of a half, here, going to be 12 and a half, going to be 12 and a half, going to be 12 and a half, going to be half, sold them 1,200. Roberto, thank you guys. Kelsey, did you go to the bank and get more money? I've been telling her every week, go get a little bit more. Go get a little bit more. 500 apiece. 600 apiece. 6, 7, 800, 800, half, 800, 8 and a half, 850, 850. Kelsey, 800, Kelsey. Atta girl. She used to like it when it was $150, $200. She does? Good. 40? You got 40 of them tomorrow? Awesome. Weaned. You can give a little bit more for these today then. 45 of them, 45 days weaned. Great. Great. 2 rounds. Awesome. You coming tomorrow? After she sells tomorrow, there'll be lots higher next week. I do too. Pretty good. 500, 600. 5, 600, if 5, 6, and 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 800, go to be 8, 900, 9, 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, go to be 1,000, and 1,000, 1,000, go to be 9, 10, 1,000, 1,000, Chris O, 900.
I like that little calf right there. Little fuzzy tail.
Finally got one I like, Chris. Finally got one I liked. Yep. Sometimes. Nine and 10 cows of the day. $1.50. 55, 55, 57, 55, 7, 60, and down 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, group of 2 and a half, 2 and a half, group of 2 and a half, 5, and 65, and now 7 and a half, now 7 and a half, 70, group of 70, 70, 70, and 70. Jonathan, what about you? 70, and 70, 70, 70, 70, S, 67 and a half on 5. 8 by 5 and 10 by 4, $1.50. 52 and a half, 50, 2 and a half, 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 5, and 55, and 55 and a half, 55, 55, 55, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 57, 50, and 57 and a half, 57 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, going to be 57 and a half, 57 and a half here, sort of 155 to Gibbon. Thank you, Kent.
Got anything on the north side? What about on the south side?
They found some more.
Just keep this for a little bit.
Find some more.
Find some more.
That means we'll have some cows Wednesday.
The Harrises, they got cattle here tomorrow.
Take care of them.
You didn't call me last week. They had some here.
You got him in here. You got him in here at a decent hour. He went around. He said.
$1.50 on a Hereford bull. $1.50, 60, 70, 170, 80, 180, 175, 175, 80, now 5, 85, 85, 95, 95, 5, and 95, Yadon 95, to get 2, 205, 210, 15, 220, 5, 225, rodeo time, 225, 30. So, 225, Antone.
Whoever he talked to, it didn't work because they didn't tell me.
Probably talked to Dustin. Dwight. Dwight would do anything. If Dwight had if he called Dwight, I guarantee you they'd be in here.
$2, 5 and open, $2, 1 and open, 1 and open. I can't hear. 210, 20, 230, 40, 3, 5, 305, 305. Did you get 3? Now 5, 10, 15, 315. Chris, 310, 7X. Sorry, John. You guys got me scared. Try 3. No, they don't know how. They kind of like some of them other guys. They wait for the rollback. $75, $75, 80, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, Yadantone, 85, 80, 90, and 95, 95, 95, 95, and 2, group of 2, 95, 205, and 210, group of 210, group of 210, group of 210, and down 10, group of 10, 15, 20, 220, 220, 220, 220, yeah, down here, now 5, 225, 30, 235, 235, 5, 235, 5, sort of at 230, and tone. $3. 3 and not 10. And 310. Go to 3. 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 250. 260. 260. 250. 60. 270. 270. 80. 275. You get 5. 275. If you had on tone, 280, 5, 90, 290, and tone, 285. Two bulls. Then what? $175. Yes, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 750, and 77, going to be 80, and now 80, 80, you give 82 and a half, 81, 81, 2, 82, 83, 84, 83, 84, 85, 85 here, 85 and 5 here, 85, you give 5, 84, 85 here, 84 and 5 here, 85, so you sold 184, whole 77. They still working some of the shoot, guys?
It's over with. Go home.
I think that's it. Every day. That's it. Thank you, cow buyers, for being here. Y'all have a glorious day. We'll see some of y'all back here tomorrow, 9 o'clock in the a.m. See you guys.